That shit loud. Hi, Maisha. Hi, LeVar. Hi, Kwashana. How are y'all doing? So, I want to show y'all something. I want to show you guys something. Look. Okay. So, I'm looking at Cardi B's natal chart. And I cannot get like a full reading because I don't know her birth time. But what I really wanted to emphasize was that the houses really do play a big role in it, but the fact that she has such strong planetary placements and the way that they aspect each other is really, really, really indicative of how she kind of is as big as she is. So something that's real important when you're looking at a natal chart is you want to look at where Uranus is. This is Uranus. Right here. Okay. So Uranus is aspecting her Venus and Pluto. It's also aspecting her Sun. It's aspecting her Mars. And it's aspecting her Moon. So these are very, very, very important placements in your chart. Very strong personal planets that Uranus is playing with these energies. And what Uranus does is Uranus is a very unexpected, unknown, innovative, rebellious, off the wall, crazy type of energy. And also the way that it plays out is a lot of people with a strong Uranian energy a lot of times wind up becoming famous. And with the fact that it aspects her Sun, it aspects her Venus and Pluto, it aspects her Mars and her Moon. This is one of the reasons why she's such a character. You know, this is a person that was kind of designed to come in and shake things up. One of the things that's real important to also to note, okay, is she has a lot of like most of her planets are in cardinal houses, which means like Capricorn and Aries and Cancer and Libra. Those 4 signs are cardinal signs. And what cardinal signs are, if you don't know, cardinal signs basically are very enterprising signs. They're here to make a change. They're here to start something. They're here to ignite something. They're here to bring about an enterprise of sorts. So she has multiple planets that are in cardinal signs. And I also thought it was real interesting that she called herself Cardi B. You know, she has a bunch of cardinal signs and her name's Cardi B. That's just, you know, a little thing that I thought was cool. But another cool thing, she has so many things that square or oppose or conjunct each other. Like reading her aspects, I'm going to show you guys right now. So reading these aspects, she has conjunction, opposites, and all of them squares. You see all of them damn squares? That is a conflict. That's a rigidity that you're having to deal with. This is a way that shows me that you meet at sharp corners. So this makes a harshness, a bluntness to her personality. And a lot of it is coming with her sun, her Mars, and her moon. Sun, moon, moon, sun, sun. All of that stuff, all of those planets, sun, moon, and Mars, they're all personal planets. And so what that means is when you have your sun squaring something, that means your personality, wherever that is squaring at, it's going to be sharp. It's going to be rough in that area. And this is a woman who grew up in the hood. This is a woman who had to come up with hard times. This is a woman who had to pave her way through some shit. So she has all these squares in her chart that gives her a lot of strength and a lot of resiliency and a lot of an extra layer of thick skin to help combat with what she's dealing with. She's a woman that is in a world and in an industry that's dominated by men. And in order to be able to use the men instead of them using her, she had to play up certain parts of her personality. Something that's real interesting, going back to her chart, right? Going back to her chart. Give me a second. Okay. What the fuck? Give me a second. How do I get this shit back? Getting back to her chart. I don't know how to use this goddamn computer, so. Okay. She has, so this is her Venus right here. Venus is in Scorpio. It's also conjunct with her Pluto. It's extremely strong. She has super strong sexual energy. Okay. And it also, her Venus is aspecting her Uranus. Her Venus is aspecting her Mars. And her Venus is aspecting her moon. So she has a very, very, very strong, dominant, sexual, very strong sexual energy. And the fact that she is completely, like with her Venus aspecting Uranus, that shows me one of the reasons why she's cool and open and overt with her sexuality. Uranus is about the unexpected, the unknown. Uranus is about change. Uranus is about coming in and shaking shit up. And also shows me why she even uses her sexuality to kind of level herself up a little bit. Not saying that she's going around fucking everybody, but she knows how to manipulate people through her sexuality, through her energy to get what she wants out of life. She knows how to play that up. She knows, that a lot of times men only think with their dickheads, not with their actual heads. And so if she wants to be successful, she wants to get money from these niggas, what is she going to do? She's going to dress a certain way. She's going to talk a certain way. She's going to be able to turn all of that into a way that's going to benefit her. And considering that Uranus is in Capricorn, that gives her a business-minded sense behind all of her craziness. Like, it's calculated. There's a reason behind it. You may not like what she's doing. You may not understand what she's doing, but she's doing it with the intent on riling a person up. And she knows that any press is good press. She knows that people talking about her is going to get her the attention that she deserves, the attention that she needs to boost herself to another level of success. Every venture that she's gone on, everything that she's done, she's leveled up in every single way. So she went from being a stripper to being on Instagram to being on reality TV. And each time she went and she got more accolades, more followers, more people who like her personality. Each time she's made more and more money to the degree that now she is having some of the, one of the hottest songs out there. So this is just something that I'm saying. Like, I can't see all of her chart because I don't know her rising sign. I don't know what her midheaven is going to be. But being able to see just the planets and how these things interact with each other is super easy to see that This is a woman who was designed to come in and change the way that we think, change the way that we view things. This was a person that was designed to come in and basically play society and play that game and kind of mastermind and manipulate the way society is in order to get what she wants out of life. You know, and so whether you agree with her or not, whether you like her antics or not, this is a person that knows the game, knows how to play life, and understands people very well. One of the things that's real interesting that I want to show y'all, right? Mercury is in Scorpio too. So now these people who have Mercury in Scorpio, they're not necessarily the most verbal of communicators. They may not necessarily be really good with their words or especially expressing their feelings. You know, they're more intuitive. They're more good with detecting body language. They're more good at reading others than they are with letting people read them. But the way that plays out for her is that it kind of always keeps her in like calculating mode. It always keeps her on the low key, always keeps her with her eyes peeled and trying to watch everybody else out and trying to figure out what everybody else's moves are going to be rather than them trying to figure her shit out. And she knows exactly what to reveal. She knows exactly what to say and how to behave in order to get the results. See, a lot of Mercury, like Scorpio is a very manipulative sign. So if you have Scorpio anywhere in your chart, you will be really good at manipulating people in whatever aspect that's going to be. So if you have Scorpio sun, you know, your presence and your energy and just your intense aura and personality, you can manipulate people because a lot of people cannot handle the intensity that a Scorpio sun gives off. If you have Scorpio moon, you can manipulate people emotionally. You know, if you have Scorpio Mercury, the way that you think, the way that you communicate, you really like to mind fuck people. When you have Scorpio Venus, and you're going to manipulate people through your sensuality, you're going to manipulate people through the way that you love them. If you want someone and you're a Venus Scorpio, you're going to have that person. And Mars with Scorpio, your actions are going to be completely focused and calculated and deliberate. When you really, really, really have any type of Scorpio in those inner planets, that's going to focus you and make you kind of essentially a lot deeper and more of a master in this area. And I say a master in this area because you know how to play up this area in your life in order to get what you want out of other people. So you've experienced some pain, you've experienced some trauma, and you've been through it all before. So you pretty much play chess with these people when you have Scorpio in any of those close planets. So this woman has her Mercury in Scorpio. You know, so yeah, she has no problem talking about sex. But at the end of the day, she's really good at reading people. She's really good at detecting energy. She's really good at picking up body language and reading between the lines of what was said and what could have been said and what wasn't said. So another thing that's real cool, you know, like I would just say like this woman has a fuck ton of sexual energy. On one of my other lives, I talked about, you know, sexuality in the zodiac. And the most sensual signs are going to be Aries, Taurus, Libra, and Scorpio. Those are the most sensual signs, these four. And she has moon here in Aries, sun here, Venus here, and Pluto here. She has 3 out of the 4 signs that are super sexual in her chart, in a prominent place in her chart. This person also has her, Venus is aspecting Mars. That tells me right then and there that, first of all, they're trining each other. So that tells me that she's really good at balancing between being sensual and being sexual. She's good at going from being gentle to rough. She knows exactly how to play up her sexuality or sensuality to get what she wants. But also, because these two signs aspect each other, Venus and Pluto, that tells me that she's a very deep, intense lover. This is a person that if she loves you, if she wants you, she's all in it, all or nothing. She's possibly crazy too. She may be a stalker. She's going to go deep 153 weeks into your fucking Instagram if she likes you. And she's really good at lurking. Like right here. Moon is aspecting a lot of shit. Moon is aspecting the Saturn. So I can definitely see how maybe she had a rough life. Saturn's also in retrograde. So she more than likely had to either deal with super strict parents or parents who pretty much didn't have any type of authority over her. Moon is aspecting her Neptune and her Uranus. So I a lot of times when I see these types of things, when I see Neptune and Moon, mom could have been not present. Mom could have been an alcoholic. Mom could have been a drug addict. And with her Moon being in Aries, she has to be strong. She has to be guarded. She has to be fierce all the time, on guard. You know, she can't be vulnerable. And with her upbringing, that tells me why. Moon is also aspecting her Mars, so she definitely makes her moves. She's an emotional being, and she's an emotional reacting being. So she reacts based off of her emotions as well. So when you see her on Instagram or you see her on Twitter and she's talking shit, that's because her feelings are hurt. And she does it, and she reacts as a result of that. Her Moon is opposite her Sun, you know, so she has a good balance, but she also has kind of a difficulty understanding herself sometimes, because on one hand she feels like this, but on another she feels like that. Her and her mom probably are super, super different. Her mom and her dad could be very, very different. You know, there's, with the way that Moon is harshly aspecting a lot of this shit, I can definitely see rifts between parents here. Even if she loves them, even if they have good, rapport now, there was definitely tension in the house. There was definitely feelings of resentment. There was definitely feelings like she had to grow up fast. Feelings where she, had to do shit on her own. And with her Moon being in Aries, she's very prideful. She wants to do shit on her own and lead her own life. She doesn't like to ask for help. So it's just stuff to be mindful for when you're reading a person's chart. Like, all this shit is aspecting her Mars. Super sexual energy. Extremely sexual energy. You got Libra. You got Scorpio. You got Capricorn and Aries. Those are very sexual signs. And they're all aspecting her Mars. This is one of the reasons why she just is extremely powerful with her sensuality. And she knows how to get what she wants out of sex. I would imagine that if she does have sex with somebody that she doesn't like or love, because she definitely has the ability to do that, it's going to be for a purpose. Because at the end of the day, look at all these aspects that are made to Capricorn. Capricorn is about status. Capricorn is about career. Capricorn is about rising through the ranks and climbing up that ladder. Let's see what Jupiter's doing. Oh, no aspects to Jupiter. So this is just interesting. Like I said, when you are dealing with reading people's natal charts, This gives you kind of an idea of the energy that they worked with, what they have, and why a person reacts the way that they react. I read Donald Trump's natal chart. Like, I see exactly why he is how he is. And one of the ways that is really good and key and intricate for you to learn people is by reading their natal chart. I wanted to read Cardi B's natal chart because in my head, I couldn't figure out why she is so crazy. Why is she so off the wall? Why does she do what she do? And despite how crazy she is, and despite how off the wall she is, she continues to acquire success. She continues to gain accolades. She continues to be able to get and garner that attention and help that boost and push her to the next echelon. And a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people don't have the ability to manipulate their God-given energy, their universally given energy, to manifesting what it is that they want out of this life. But she can. And one of the reasons why is because she has so many cardinal planets. She has so many squares. She's such a hardened individual. She's been given, and she's essentially like a soldier reincarnated into a sexy woman's body. Even the fact that she knew getting fake breasts, getting a fake butt, that's going to get the attention. And this is what she needs. She needs to invest in those two things in order to get what she wants out of life. Investing in those two things in order to be able to bring what she wants to the table. She knows to do that. She has no problem with being overt with her sensuality, because that's how she naturally is. But she knows how to also use that to manipulate the situation to get what she wants. And so it's just, real interesting that we've come to this. Like I said, is all those signs, Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, and Aries, those are all cardinal signs. And she has a planet or two in each of those signs, and Scorpio. Like, she's determined, and she knows exactly how to get what she wants out of life. She knows that she wasn't necessarily gifted with being extremely smart, but she's good with people, and she's really good at reading people, and she's really good at getting people to give her what she wants, and she knows how to do that. She has no problem doing that. And at the end of the day, this woman is playing chess, not checkers. So whether we as people like her or not, whether we as people agree with her or not, this is a person that came into this world and was going to be famous one way or another. This woman was going to be famous because of all that Uranus in her chart. But this is, like I said, a person that brings so much change. And a lot of us are resistant to that. If you have a fixed sign, if your chart is nothing but fixed signs, you're going to be completely resistant to Cardi B. If you're mutable signs in your chart, you can kind of see where she's coming from, and you could probably even relate. If you have a lot of cardinal signs, you definitely understand where she's coming from. But like I said, this is a person that brings so much to the table as far as being enterprising, as far as being different. And she's only going to continue to secure herself further and further, because now that she's here, now that she's reached this level of success, she's going to make sure she stows away money. She's going to be smart about what she does. Even if she doesn't stay famous for long, she's not going to go broke after this. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that she's not going to go broke. I guarantee you that she's probably going to be a person that goes and is remembered through history as that one crazy girl that made it out from where she came and climbed through the ranks of success and changed the way everybody thought of some shit. That's literally what she's here for. So it's important, like in my class, we're going to pretty much talk about different people's charts. You know, one of the things that we'll do is I'll probably partner you off, and you will have a person that you learn how to read each other's charts as well as your own. And that way you really can start to identify the different energies of the chart when you see multiple different charts. One of the things that I'm definitely going to do is integrate celebrity charts into it. Hopefully I find more celebrities who have like birth times on there. But when we do have these celebrities, you can even, from what you can see, from the perspective that you can see, because a lot of celebrities have their life on display. Once you are able to read their charts and you see where they come from and you see the complexities that reside within their own energies, it helps you to have a newfound appreciation for each individual person, whether you like them or not, because all they are just a personification of the energy they were born with. And that's just how natal charts work. It's essentially just the blueprint of the sky at the time, place, and all of that you were born. And so with Cardi B, she's just a really smart person, not necessarily intellectually smart, but she's smart with common sense. She's smart with street sense. She's smart with people. She's smart with other people's money. She's smart in so many other ways, and she knows that maybe she didn't have the mental aguar to rise through the ranks that way, but she had the sex appeal. And actually, even if when she didn't have the sex appeal, she went and got the sex appeal, so that way she could do it a little bit more easily. And that's just, like I said, this is a person who invested maybe $10,000-$20,000 on her body, and now she's making millions. So there's really not much you can really say about her. I mean, yes, she's ignorant. Yes, she says stupid shit. Yes, she's dumb, and she, but she's not dumb, because what she's doing is completely working in her favor. So she's not dumb. She may be like not necessarily book smart, but she shows clearly that you don't even need that. She shows clearly how easily manipulated niggas are, because all she had to do was parade around in her drawers or whatever, or nothing at all, and here she is getting money from them, and she's getting what she wants from that. And for her, it's not a big deal, because she's bringing security to herself. So I can definitely see why some people will see her as a feminist icon, but I still find that she still has a lot of work to do before she can call herself that, but she definitely has a lot of star potential, and she definitely has done her dues, and she definitely came to this world to reach success and garner success, and she's only like 24. She's young, and here she is where she's at, getting what she wants to get out of this life. So, bye.